Hello, red shirts. Welcome to Follow Me and Die. I'm your host, Larry Hamilton, and today on my Roll20 for the Absolute Beginner series, I want to go over a few ways you can look up answers to your questions when you're stumped about Roll20. First, let's look at the Roll20 website, and whether you're at the main page or on a game page before you sign in, there are several links. So under Games, you're going to see the tutorial link, and that's really helpful if you ever need a refresher. Obviously, the other links are pretty self-explanatory. Marketplace doesn't really help you out because that's just where you buy stuff. But if you want to know about a game or something that you're thinking about buying, you go to under Marketplace. Tools, that's going to have the compendium, which would be if you buy like the D&D 5th edition player's handbook, it'd be under there. Character vault would be where your characters are. Manage audio, manage your audio. And so those are just how to get around and do stuff in the game. The community tab, that's where you've got some really helpful information. So there's the forums, basically a standard message board, and you can see all the different questions they've got here. Then there's the help center, and this is their most up-to-date information. You can get to this through several different links, and it has all different kinds of articles, promoted articles. You can just type in a question and search for it. You can either then go down here and click on support and get help from a support person at Roll20. There's the help wiki, which that is basically the same information as you get from the help center, but it's older and they don't keep it updated. And so it does tell you that, and it has a link to that same information at the help center. So whichever page you end up at, if it's not the help center, you want to go to the help center and make sure you've got the most up-to-date information. Usually doing a Google search, you end up at the wiki instead of the help center. Over time, I'm sure that will probably change. Live stream, those would be the live stream shows, so that won't help you a whole lot. And VODs, those are the videos on demand from the different shows. Then there's the blog. The blog will be just the blog telling you about what's going on with Roll20. And so here's an article about Dungeons on a Dime, whatever that is. That's where you can get that information. Now the community forums, those will have the release notes. So you can see up here the release notes and what day the last update to Roll20 was, so you can catch up on what changed and when. And then there's also specific questions that you can find about how to use things and about macros. The help center is like the most commonly asked questions. You can, and as I mentioned, submit requests in the search bar. And then within the Roll20 game, on the toolbar on the left here, I'm signed in as a game master in this game, so I've got more tools, but everybody will have this bottom question mark, and there's a help and docs, shortcut reference, and report a bug. The help and docs takes you to the help center, which we've already discussed. The shortcut reference just pops up a screen that has all the different keyboard shortcuts. So you can select, and if you memorize these, you can navigate faster. I only know like the common ones like copy and paste and undo. I haven't memorized all the others, but if you'd memorize them, you can be a lot faster in the game. And then finally, there's the report a bug feature. And what that allows you to do is if you have a problem, you can report it, and eventually, if you have a valid issue and you've described it in a way that the developers can duplicate it, they'll probably fix it. Now, no telling how long that might be. It depends if it's something that's a big problem or you found some little niche case based on some really specific thing you're doing. The main thing you want to do if you report a bug is be very specific and give exact steps on of what you were doing and how to make it happen. And that makes it a lot easier for the developers to fix. I work in software support for my day job, and writing up bug reports and trying to get the specific way to duplicate it is how they fix it. Because if we can't duplicate it, they won't fix it. Uh, so I'm sure that will apply to Roll20 or any other software you happen to use. The other big thing that you can do to get assistance is use a search engine such as Google. If you are looking for something, just make sure that Roll20 is part of your question. For example, Roll20 Charactermancer would take you to information about how to use the Roll20 Charactermancer, or Roll20 how to create a macro would take you to information about creating a macro. And you could either be taken directly to a Roll20 site, such as the Roll20 forums, or the wiki, or the help center, or it could be a YouTube video that somebody's put together. And Google searches is the most common way that people find this series that gets them started. For me, I do a lot with the Google search because that helps me get a broader base of information, and sometimes I find a quicker answer. Sometimes the big problem is trying to figure out what's the right question to get the answer you're after. Because if you don't use the right terminology for what something is called in Roll20, then you're not going to find the answer. So if you ask a question about the blue bubble in Roll20, if you don't know what that blue bubble's called in Roll20 terminology, you may not get an answer. And that's just an example I pulled out of thin air. I don't know if that would give you anything helpful or not. But this is just a quick little how to help you find information, because I'm not going to be able to make a video about every possible topic under the sun. So I wanted to make sure that I give you a little helpful information to try to find those odd questions and answers that apply to you. And I really hope you find this helpful. I hope that this helps you improve your game and have the results you want. I also want to encourage you, if there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, make sure it's on a beginner level type question. I'll be glad to work that into my schedule. I have a few more topics that I'll be putting out videos in the coming weeks. I will try to do one or two of those a week as time allows. And you probably notice it looks a little different. I finally invested in LED lights and a green screen, so you won't be distracted by my messy bookshelves, and I won't have to worry about, I guess I got all these videos. People already seen how full my bookshelves are, so I guess it's a little late for that, but I'm just trying to up my game on the video. As always, if you like it, please thumbs up and comment and share. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you know somebody that's wanting to get into Roll20 and they're looking to find an easy explanation, direct them to my videos. Hopefully that'll help them. And I'm always open to constructive criticism that points out what needs clarification so that I can do a better job. I hope you're all doing well and getting along in this COVID-19 world of 2020. If you are living with others, whether friends, family, roommates, I hope you're getting along. And whether or not you live alone, I hope that you are able to get some socialization with people outside the home through such things as a role playing game like here on Roll20. Keep a positive outlook. At some point, things are going to get better. And as always, game on.